Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I want to highlight essentially my favorite bike tool. This little guy is the Park Tools AWS-13. It is a super simple, nice, smooth, plastic-handled, tiny little micro tool. These are kind of classics. Here's a Crank Brothers, here's a Lysine, here's an old, I love these old Ritchies. Ritchie was really creative in their designs. Didn't really feel very good in the pocket, but this is old school. I mean, we got a crank bolt, spoke wrenches, things like that. But anyway, chain cutter. The reason this is one of my favorites, or maybe my favorite, is because I always have it with me. On the newer bikes, yeah, there are some other things that would be nice. I've got my T25. I've got essentially a Phillips here. I've got a 4, a 5, and a 3 hex. And those cover about everything. Some bikes do require a 6, some older bikes. So I've got this little mini one, this EMT. I think this was a Specialized, if I can make out a name somewhere. They were making EMTs. I have larger ones too from Specialized. They were great, super solid tools. It's very similar, except it's got a full Phillips here and it's got that 6 in there. The larger ones, often you start to get a chain cutter, even bigger ones. You get the chain cutter, you get, things for disc brakes, some tools for disc brakes as well. In this case, a CO2 inflator. So I can actually screw that onto a CO2 canister if I had one. So it's, they try to stick as much as they possibly can on these things. But which one's with me? It's generally this one. And it's usually the 4 and the 5 are the two big things that I often need. Sometimes I need that little guy here. So it's also the least expensive of these. Some of these get outrageous. This is like $75 for this wolf tooth here. Beautiful, intricate design, manufacturing, uses a lot of magnets, stores the bits, some extra chain here. I can put the bits inside this this hex on the end. This is designed to pull the chain tight, when you're working on it. Here's just a smaller one. Again, much simpler. You can actually put some chain links in if you want yourself. These Lysines are kind of neat. But see all the bits that are stored throughout this that go in this bit driver here. It's actually designed to go in the end of your handlebar, and then on the opposite side is a tubeless tire repair kit. So you can actually fix your tires, so those go in there. I like a lot of the bike tools. Here's another one, more intricate. This is just a chain checker. You literally put this between two links, and then this moves, changing the distance between the pins just slightly, which gives you then a readout. It's hard to read in here of how much chain stretch there is, depending on what kind of chain. So you can see here I've got 0.25 to 0.5 as a new chain and replace at 0.75, pulling that. It's kind of fun. I've got others, but that's a neat little one. Anyway, I wanted to bring this to your attention. It's not very expensive. I'll put a link on Amazon, but that is the one that often is with me, and that means it gets used the most. If I got a big trip, sure, I'll take some larger tools, but in general, this one goes with me commuting, and it just is a nice one. Doesn't ride bad in your pocket, even if you just want to toss it in. Or, of course, you can drop it in an awful lot of small places in little bike kits. Anyway, there it is. For what it's worth, the Park AWS-13. And with that, Doc out.